Hello there. This is Lady Lou. Oh, my gosh. I feel so honored for the applause. We're trying out new things, I guess you noticed, and we're having such a good time. And we're so glad you're here. So I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe with Secure Seniors. We're here to help you be educated and to learn more about what can make you secure in your future, because after all, we got a lot of years left to live. We want to have money to take care of us and have fun, go places and do things. That's what life's about, is having fun and doing things that we enjoy, not having to scrabble around trying to make sure we can pay the rent or the mortgage and worry about the car insurance. We want to have lots of money to take care of all that stuff. So we're going to help you learn a bunch of stuff today, and we want to honor our two financial planners. I will introduce you now to Miss Sherry. She is a licensed financial professional.
Hi, I'm Sherry Gardner, known as the Gardener, helping you to plant seeds of a strong financial foundation. And I am a licensed financial professional. And I just want to say thank you, Lady Lou, for having me on the show.
You're welcome. We are so glad to have her. The knowledge these two ladies, both of them, bring to our show is phenomenal. So, and I want you to know that anything you want to ask them, you just call the number there on the screen, and there's an email address, and all of these resources will be available on the babyboomerbabe.com. So they give their service free for consultations. So know that you can call them with any questions, and they will help you know what it is you need to know to prepare yourself. So let me introduce our other licensed financial professional, Miss Lady D.
Thank you so much, Lady Lou. My name is Deirdre LaGuns, and I want to say welcome, hello. I'm so excited. I'm a licensed professional, but my name is Deirdre LaGuns, a.k.a. the Financial Genie. And I say that because I have a really wonderful contemporary bottle. And my quote is, the magic truly begins with education. And I believe in that. I believe in educating people and sharing with them all that I know to make a better life for them. So I want to say thank you again, Lady Lou, for inviting me out.
You're welcome. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be such a good time today. And I did not know that this is June. It's summertime. It's Alzheimer and Brain Awareness Month. Big news. So Sherry's going to give us some information on that topic. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, Lady Lou. Yes, June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. And, you know, Alzheimer is a disease that it's irreversible. Also progressive brain disorder that slowly destroys memory and thinking skills, and eventually the ability to carry out the simple tasks that you perform in life. And most people with Alzheimer's, symptoms don't present themselves until like the mid-60s, you know. And estimates vary, but experts suggest that more than 5 million Americans may have Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's disease is currently ranked the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. But recent estimates indicate that the disorder may rank 3rd, just behind heart disease and cancer, as a cause of death for older people. Alzheimer is the most common cause of dementia among older adults.
Wow. I have a question. What are some of the symptoms of Alzheimer's?
Well, early symptoms of Alzheimer's disease include frequent memory loss, confusion about locations, taking longer to accomplish normal daily tasks, trouble handling money, paying bills, loss of spontaneity, and mood and personality changes. You know, if you have a decline in your memory or thinking that affects your ability to perform any of your daily routines, ask a doctor for a screening to evaluate if you may have Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Oh, no fun.
No, not at all. I mean, and I've experienced it in my family. My father actually had Alzheimer's.
Wow.
And he was a very, very healthy man. He had never been sick a day in his life. And it was just amazing how it just, all of a sudden, we just saw some of those symptoms, and you really don't think about it until he got lost driving. And it was like, wow, he was like in his 60s then, or his 70s.
Wow.
Very early 70s, like 70.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the telltale sign. And it got worse over the years, and he passed away at 89.
Wow.
Oh,
So, yeah, it is. It's amazing, and it creeps up on you, and you have to be aware of it. Now, I'm wondering, what are some of the things that you can do maybe to help prevent it, or at least prolong it?
Well, I was going to say, too, something that you had said. Studies show that, there may be a connection between cardiovascular disease and head trauma. So, you never know what one thing can lead to another. But as far as prevention, a big one is exercise. And it just seems that exercise, we got to take care of our bodies, take care of ourselves, at least 30 minutes, moderately vigorous aerobic type 4 times a week, maybe walking, or maybe if you want to take some classes, if you're able to. Also, eating a Mediterranean diet. And
what's a Mediterranean diet?
It's basically like fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, olives, nuts, fish, things like beans, and just moderate portions of poultry, egg, and dairy. Moderate amounts of red wine and red meat, red meat sparingly. And then, a lot of it is connected to like cutting down on your sugar, your trans fats. Enjoy tea and cook at home more and take supplements. A lot of people eat out and you don't know what's really in that. Also getting enough sleep, try to aim for 7 to 8 hours. That's really hard for some people to get 8 hours of sleep, but you have to like create a regular bedtime routine, and schedule sleeping, and then also keep your brain active by learning new things, puzzles people do, memorization and strategy games can help. They also said follow the road less traveled. So don't go home the same way all the time or the way because you'll have to work your brain to think about, where you're going. And also make weekly dates with friends. Go to the museum, go out in public, go to the movies. Then they say drink. But just a little. Moderate. Have you ever heard the saying of, how did you live to be 112? And most people say, I had a shot of scotch every day. Okay, maybe that's true.
I sure have heard that.
And then also manage your stress. Do breathing exercises. Make sure you nourish your inner peace, like people meditate or, and make fun a priority and humor. So those are some of the ways you can prevent.
Make some humor.
Yes.
Those are some of the ways that you can prevent Alzheimer. And also I'm going to have some resources. Some resources listed on Lady Lou's page with other resources about websites for Alzheimer's.
Yeah, you can find a whole lot over there. There's going to be so much information. Every time we do a show, the information will be there by the show. So know that, and it'll be there for you. Yeah. Oh, wow, that was grand, Sherry. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mother went into dementia, and the last year of her life was very miserable because she was a seamstress and loved to embroider, and she forgot the embroidery stitches. And she would sit in front of the television and mindlessly, truly mindlessly watch reruns.
Wow.
Yeah. She loved Crocodile Dundee. I saw that thing so many times, I'll never watch it again. But it's a tragedy when this happens to our families. So do the best you can and stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
We don't want you to over there in that nursing home having to have your diapers changed or whatever. We don't want that for any of us. So stay healthy, please. So now we have another very interesting subject from our licensed professional, financial professional. Miss Lady D is going to tell us about, what is it, term life insurance. So this is how she makes her living. She knows what she's talking about. So ask questions. Remember, you can ask her questions later.
Okay. Well, thank you so much again, Lady Lou. That's something that most people don't like to talk about. When you say insurance, the first thing that comes to a person's mind, oh, God, I'm dying. No, that's not necessarily so. Of course, that's inevitable. Guess what?
Yes.
We all are going to one day. We just don't know when. But the thing is, you want to be prepared. I believe in planning, and I believe in preparation. But I just want to share a little bit from my wonderful Saving Your Future book. And it explains and it talks about understanding life insurance. A lot of times we just don't understand it, and we need to understand it. And it talks about life insurance. Today, people have all types of protection. You know, we think about protecting our homes. We think about protecting our phones. We think about protecting our appliances. And now you can even protect your pizza. So,
Yes, this is true.
you know, and it's just amazing.
Yes.
Everything that's tangible that we can touch, we don't mind protecting. And unfortunately, you don't see your future when it comes to the day that you're going to go to the next world or whatever. So we have to understand that life insurance is just what it is. It's protection. It's the most important insurance that a person can have, that they can purchase. It has the most valuable, because think about it, in your family, what are in your life and your family, what is the most valuable thing? The most valuable thing is you. There's no more to value. When you're gone, you will be missed. You lose a car, you will buy another car, but you can't buy another family member or friend or whatever. So insurance is basically just what it is. It's not a fun topic, but it is protection. And it's critical when we look at your financial strategy. Even those people who buy it don't necessarily understand it or appreciate it, but the importance is building and preserving your wealth. Now, as a result, a lot of people don't have any life insurance protection. If they do, they usually don't have enough. They're usually underprotected. And life insurance, it doesn't insure your life, but it ensures your family's ability to move on, at least for the next 5 or 10 years. You know, for example, you have a family, a wife or husband, and children, and are you the head person in the household? When you're gone, that's a hard thing for a family. So when you have the protection, your family can at least go on doing their mourning and live life as usual until they build again. So insurance is very, very important, and we all need it. And at the end of the day, it's all about planning. It's all about making sure that your family's taken care of. Now, we have so many different types of insurance that I'm just going to share with you a little bit on one of them. And one of them is called term life insurance. Okay, term life insurance, and some people call it pure insurance. And it was actually one of the first ones that were around. Basically, it guarantees the payment of the death benefit to the family member or whoever the beneficiary is at time of death. It doesn't have any type of cash value or growth. It is strictly for death benefit. That's it. And that's okay. It is what we call maybe more inexpensive insurance, which if you can't afford it anymore, you can still be insured. So always remember, when we talk about insurance, don't always just think first and foremost, oh, I can't afford it. No, you first have to talk to a licensed professional. I can sit down with someone and tell them, we go through a process and we can figure out what is good for you. There's no one size fits all. What is good for you as an individual or as a family? So term insurance is, I believe, you need to have it. You need to have insurance, but term insurance, you need to understand what it is. It is a cheaper insurance, of course, but it guarantees payment, again, of death benefit to the family. Once that term expires, the policy owner can either renew for another term or they convert it to a permanent insurance. It's up to that individual, and allow that policy. You don't want it just to terminate. Then you have nothing. So either you renew that term to the next term, or you renew it and you convert it to a permanent insurance. Some people call it the temporary insurance. You know, it's called like you can rent a house or you can buy a house. And term is kind of like renting a house. And then, of course, permanent is like purchasing that home. But at the end of the day, you have to have protection. Not for you, for your family. For your family.
Oh my gosh, most of us don't think about our family. I mean, I don't have term life insurance. Of course, I don't have family either, so some of that. But still, it's important. When should we think about that? What age?
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
Insurance as a whole, not just term, but just insurance. You should start thinking about insurance from your children from day one.
As soon as the baby's born.
Yeah,
That's right.
it.
That's
because
true.
life is unpredictable. That's one thing we can't predict, and that's our life. You cannot predict it, but you can still plan ahead.
Yeah.
And so it I won't go into depth, but that's why it's so important to sit down with a financial professional.
Oh, yes.
That's why it's so important to do that, so you can know exactly what you need and what your family needs.
Right.
Lady D, I have a question. So you
Yes.
said term policy. What are the terms? I mean,
Okay.
years. What
Oh,
is?
Well, there are a set amount of years. You have 5 year, you have 10 year, and some you have 15, 20, 25, and 30.
Okay.
Only up to a certain point. And with term insurance, if as you get older, the actual premium gets higher because you are more of a risk now. I mean, that's if I'm age 5, I got a better chance of living 30 years.
Right.
But if I'm age 75, well,
Oh,
that could
boy.
be questionable. You hope 95 or 100, but you're more of a risk then. Yeah.
Wow.
So what you're saying is the younger you are, the quicker you should get life insurance before
That's it.
something happens as far as with your health,
Yes.
where it would be more expensive.
Yes, because that counts when you purchase insurance. Your age, your health, all of that plays into you even having a certain type of protection, if protection at all.
Right.
So yeah, the younger is better.
Because I look at some of these, it's a dirty word in my mouth, GoFundMe's. And I don't
Yeah.
understand, why not get a term policy if there's a financial struggle,
Yes.
instead of the GoFundMe.
Yeah, I agree. That's the purpose. I mean, and because it is, of course, a less expensive insurance, but at the end of the day, it's still insurance.
Right.
It's still protection for something. So yeah, you do. You need. There really is no excuse.
Right.
Like I said, you value your car, your phone, your pizza. You value, you pay car insurance every month, and you may never have an accident. You don't get paid back,
I know.
True.
but you have to have it. Same as life insurance. You need it.
They need to make it a law, just like car insurance.
Yeah, I'm serious. So yeah,
I
really,
agree.
really. So yeah, I thank you again for allowing me to share this
Oh.
information, Lady Lou.
This is good. This is really
Yes.
good. Because most of us just, oh, well, it's going to happen to somebody else, but that's not true. It'll eventually come around to all of us. And it's important to know what to do.
Yes.
So that's why it's so important to give Lady D a call. Get her to come and sit down with you and talk to you. Now, even if you live on the other side of the country, she can do that via the internet if you'd want. She'd
Yeah,
be
that's
just
right.
like
That's
in your living room.
right.
True.
And as long as you can work the computer, she can Zoom herself over there. And
I
via
like
the
the way you
computer.
said that Zoom. That's it.
Because she will help you. And when you do this via the internet, it's like she's right there next to you.
Right.
It's the most amazing thing. I love Zoom.us.
Yes.
Everybody can do it.
I do too. I do too.
And there's always the telephone. I mean, goodness sakes,
Yes.
how long have we had a phone? So she can
Yeah.
fill all that in for you. Give her the details. And it's so very important that you do call and get your own particulars, because like she said, everybody's different.
Yes.
No two are ever alike, like snowflakes. So
That's right. That's right.
give her a call or an email or whatever. And again, just go over to www.thebabyboomerbabe and look under the resources tab. All of this information will be there for you. You'll
Yes.
always be able to find it by show. Oh, my goodness, that was good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, this lady is very knowledgeable. I don't know if you caught that, as is Sherry. Very knowledgeable. They've had many years of training, so they're not just fly-by-nights or just fell off the turnip truck or something. So they know what they're talking about, and we appreciate them both. Now we're going to do one more fun thing. This one is called, what makes people happy? And I do my very best to stay happy. I'm not always happy, and it's okay because that's that part of life. Not, somebody once said, "Oh, I'm always happy." Yeah, I'm wanting to see that one. But I'm a skeptic, but I do my best to stay happy, and I know you probably do too. Yeah. But here's some new fun ways to do it. I thought, wow, I think this is terrific. But what they're telling us is that the difference between happy people and unhappy people, it's all about the habits that the happy people do and the habits that the unhappy people do. Yeah. So we want to do the happy habits. How do you like that?
Yeah,
Happy habits.
Yes.
I love it.
So here's a couple of things that you might want to know. Actually, there's 31 habits that are common to the happy people. And then we won't talk about the unhappies because we want them to come join us and be happy. So, Sherry, what are a couple of those that you found that are making people happy?
Well, happy people exercise regularly.
Oops.
I know you guys are looking at me like,
You
didn't you
just
just say
said
something
it.
about exercise? Yes, you must. Happy people spend time outside. Why not? It's beautiful now. Go for a walk. I don't know. Some people like to fish, but I love to walk in nature.
Yes.
Happy people pursue meaningful goals. I mean, just because you get older, that doesn't mean you stop setting goals for yourself.
That's right.
It's all about purpose. It's all about meaning, a sense of enthusiasm, and a reason to get up in the morning.
Woo.
Yes.
Because if you don't have a reason, I think I would be miserable.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a reason to
That's
get up in the
depressing.
morning. And happy people give freely.
Yes.
And giving doesn't necessarily mean monetarily.
That's
You can
right.
volunteer.
You can give them a smile.
Yeah, that's a gift.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah, Deidre
We
gave
talked
that-
about this
She
morning.
gave this to me this morning when we saw each other for the first time this morning here at the studio. And I said, she's sitting on the couch, and I said, "I just love you," after we'd hugged. And she looks at me, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." And you know why? She says, "No. Because you smile. You give it to me. I needed that smile after the long drive into Houston."
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, so what have you got on your list,
Well,
Lady D?
the one I love, happy people stop and smell the roses.
Ooh.
They recognize the good things in their life.
Take time to appreciate.
Oh my gosh, yeah, gratitude means everything. Happy people spend time with friends and family.
Yes.
Yes, I know I do. I love it. They celebrate other people's successes.
Yeah.
It's not about competition all the time.
Good.
It's about being happy for other people.
Right.
They tend to forgive quickly.
Oops. There you go.
And that's not always an easy
isn't.
thing.
It isn't.
But you can forgive yourself. You can forgive other people. And that makes a difference all by itself. And of course, I didn't mean, did I say we?
Yeah.
But happy people are hopeful. They're optimistic.
Yes.
They see the upside. If there's lemons, you make lemonade.
I make
know?
lemon drop martinis myself.
Ooh, good for you.
I like that too.
Recipe coming.
And just like you said, Sherry said they give to others. Well, you benefit by money to benefit others. Sometimes you spend money to benefit others, taking you out to eat.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a
doing
good
that
idea, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming to your house for that lemon drop.
Wow.
Lemon drop martini.
Is it a
And-
candy? The candy
Ooh,
lemon
that
drop?
sounds
It'll taste like it.
good. And of course, last but not least, they like to be around happy people.
Exactly.
Your environment, your circle means everything. And I love it. I
I
love
do.
positive.
Right.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yes.
And happy people this one kind of threw me. I thought they engage in deep conversations.
Oh, yeah.
I said, well,
It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
exactly. I do love conversation, but it depends on how deep is. So if it's a sad subject that gets deep, then I don't want it. I want deep subjects that are of total interest to everyone that's in the conversation. of
Right,
course.
Yeah.
right.
And
That's
that
right.
have meaning for our life. Like this group that I belong to, I call them my family of choice. And it's a little group of women. There's 6 of us. We get on the Zoom every week. and we listened to a book. Right now we're listening to a book called Letting Go by
Nice.
Dr. David Hawkins.
Oh.
Fabulous book. If you've not read this, now we listened to the audio version. Hay
Letting
House
Go.
puts it out, and it is a phenomenal book. Because letting go is the hardest thing in the world we can do.
Right.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you knew
it
that.
is.
You know, you always hear, "Oh, let go and let God." Well, I love that saying, but have you ever tried it?
Yeah,
That's the hardest
right.
thing in the world.
That's true.
We
That's
want
right. That's so
control.
true.
We
That's
want to
true.
do it ourselves, and that's not what it's
Easier
about.
said than done.
Right.
Just, let it go. Let it go. And it's hard, but I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
But my lady friends, we do get into deep conversations with this topic because after we've listened to a chapter, we discuss what we've gotten from it. We sometimes things hit us like right in the between the eyes. Oh goodness,
Yeah.
I needed that right now.
Yeah.
So get yourself a little group of friends together. Call them your family of choice. My family's not very large, so my girlfriends and men friends, they are my family too. So create your own family of choice and start reading some of these books that will lead to deep conversation. I love it. I love it.
I do too.
And then they let go of materialistic things. Oh God, that one is the biggie. How many people have to go out there and buy the latest and the greatest of whatever?
Not me.
No, it's not
Yeah,
going to make
me
you
either.
happy. I live very simply. I have lots of possessions, but they're all in the attic in boxes. I'll never go up there again. In fact, I'm too old to go up there right now. But they'll never be used again because it's just material stuff.
That's it.
So let that go too. And what else have you got, Sherry?
Happy people see their jobs as a calling. Now that's
Oh,
depending on where you work, and I mean it makes sense. If you do see it as a calling, I could see you being happy for that. Happy people have things to look forward to. There
Wow.
goes with another part of getting up out of bed for a reason. Happy people don't compare themselves to others. This is so
yes,
true.
That's so true.
Oh
boy.
my goodness. And with the onset of Facebook,
Oops.
there are so many miserable people out there because they're comparing themselves to what they see on Facebook. And half of it is not true.
Oh,
No, it's not.
Yeah. Happy people pursue intrinsic goals that represent
okay.
a person's values and deep held beliefs. I could see that.
Yeah, I can see
could
that.
see that.
That's kind of
Yeah.
nice too. That's kind of nice.
very, very good.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you got any more,
I
Deidre?
actually had two more. One, it does reduce anxiety and depression.
Yes,
when you have
I
it.
believe that. Yes.
It improves people's moods. And I always believe that whatever you are, you improve the mood of people around you. You can meet somebody, and even at a store, and they can be horribly rude. But when you smile and you're happy with them, it's amazing how you can change people sometimes. And of course, happy people limit their news consumption.
Oh, I don't even watch the news.
Oh,
Because
God.
that's depressing all by itself.
I don't even watch
Yeah,
the
just
news.
get enough to be informed and walk away.
I don't even do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I watch
I
the
can't.
weather. I'm one of those. I watch the weather.
Oh, yeah,
and,
that-
and
and
not
that's
all the
good.
time. Sometimes those storms come up on me. And I didn't know it was going to rain. In
Oh,
fact, it
yeah.
rained last night
It
after you
sure
and I
did.
finished
Sure did,
talking.
yeah.
I didn't know it was going to rain today.
I didn't either.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
But happy people know that they're good enough.
Yeah.
See, just know that you're good enough.
You are enough.
Yeah, you are.
enough.
I like that.
Yeah, and they don't overthink. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
gosh,
analytical.
yeah.
I'm one of those that I tend to overthink a lot.
Yeah, me
but
too.
I'm learning to let it go. Remember,
I
let
have
it
a
go.
family member like that. Yeah, I might not overthink enough. I'm almost too relaxed.
Well, and happy people try to be happy. They don't just go, oh, I don't know. What am I going to do today? Well, find something happy. Go get you one of these silly little laughing dolls. Go get
That's
I like the
right.
one with the star. Get you one of these little kids and laugh with it. They make me happy. They really do. And the last one on the little list, take time with your furry friends. I have 2 cats that I adore. And you may have pets too. Dogs and kitties and maybe even horses and cows. I don't know. I used to have my best friend was a horse back when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, learn to make yourself happy. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Do it yourself. So we've come to the end of another wonderful show. Thank you, Sherry and
you, Lady Lou.
Lady D.
Thank
We have
you.
enjoyed it so much being here with you, and we want you to keep coming back. And remember, all of these things that we've talked about today will be on the babyboomerbabe.com, so you can go and find the resource links and things like that, that if you want to read more about the articles and things that we've discussed here. So we thank you again, and we love you, and we will see you in the next show. Wave goodbye, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.